morning, guys. I just woke up and we had the first snow. Look at the sheep behind me. I got out because they were looking so cute and I wanted to show you. But yeah, it's not really cold, so I'm still in my pajamas because I rushed outside because I think the snow will be gone. Well, with how it's looking, I think in a few hours. But it does look very beautiful. And I woke up because the horses were playing around, because when it's snowing they also become very excited and yeah, they were running around and playing. So it is beautiful here at the pond. But it's already from the trees and the leaves, it's just almost rain now. So it won't take long before it's all gone, but I just wanted to show you real quick while I'm looking like this. Yeah, it's very pretty. And maybe we'll get some snow tomorrow, maybe next week. I know they've been talking about snow for February, but of course that's quite far away, so I'm not really sure about that. But for now, yeah, it looks pretty, so I'm going to take a few pictures, and if I see something nice I will show you. And later today or tomorrow I'm going to set up a trail camera, because I got it as a Christmas gift, because I'm very curious to see what wildlife we have, and I didn't get around to setting it up yet. It takes I think only a few minutes, so I will try to set it up, and maybe if I see something interesting on there I will show it with you next week, because I know we have foxes here, we have some deer, we have some yes, of course, smaller things like rabbits, big rats. We have a lot of activity around the pond, of course, so I'm very curious to see what walks around. Of course, it's winter time now, so it will be probably very different from summer, but we'll see. I'm going to set it up in the coming few days, and I think maybe today, maybe tomorrow, and I would think I'll look at it in a week, so it's just in the same spot, and I have some footage to look at, to show. But yeah, I'm very curious to see. Maybe there's nothing, and maybe we will see a lot. Hopefully no wolves or that kind of thing, but they haven't been close here, so I think we're good for now. But yeah. So maybe I was wrong, because it started snowing again, and I think it might snow again in like an hour or so. So I don't think it will be gone in a few hours. You can see the wetness dripping from my face because it is not cold enough. So the snow, it's all just very messy, very wet. The ground is cold enough, but it does melt from the trees. So I don't know how long it stays. The worst thing to happen is it snows now, it is very wet, and then tonight it starts freezing again, and everything will be icy and slippery, and yeah, so hopefully that's not going to happen. You can see behind me Bounty and the small ponies. they're doing just fine. They can go into the stable, but they prefer to stay out. They only use the stable when it's really, really bad. But they actually kind of like snow because Bounty, as well as the mini ponies, they're used to cold. It's how they are. They prefer cold over the summer, actually. So yeah, they like it. They are very playful. Right now they are resting a little bit. But yeah, they are doing fine. And I was just walking around. Of course, it's a mess here. Looking where to put the trail cam. And I think I wanted at the tree over there. Because as you can see behind me, this is all fields. The pond is over there. So I think if an animal will walk here, it will come from over there. Because we have nobody living there close by. Go to the pond and maybe go away this way or that way. And I'm just very curious to see, because here it's quite open. So yeah, that's on that tree I'm going to put it if it works out, so we can see what walks here. So I'm going to do that later today. I also need to make some fire starters, so I'm going to do that as well and show you a bit of the process. And for now I just start feeding the animals, show you a little bit how about they're doing in the snow, and then I'll see you guys later. So, it's 10 minutes later now. And it seems like the real snow didn't even start yet. So I was a bit early to say this was it and this was going to be it. Yeah, it still doesn't really feel very cold. I'm just outside in a sweater, nothing special. The horses are, of course, still not using the stable. So you can see they don't really mind. Also, it's just because it's not that cold, but it is snowing quite heavily now. So maybe I was wrong and we'll have some more snow today. She's just enjoying the view. There's no wind at all, so that also helps, because when it's very windy, they tend to become cold a lot quicker. And now there's almost no wind. Hey, Bound. So I'm actually quite enjoying it for now. Just waving to my mother. She's always over at the front. She's also walking outside. She is actually doing laundry right now. She doesn't seem too happy about it. I know she thinks it's pretty, but also the hassle. So yeah, it is snowing. More than I expected, so we'll see how long it continues. But for now I'm just going to take a walk, enjoy these little moments. I really love seeing the seasons, so for me it's always I enjoy being outside when the weather's changing, and I tend to have an open mind and just enjoy what I see around me in every season. Last week when it was very cold and when it was raining for weeks, of course I was looking forward to spring, but now it's I enjoy this, of course, for how long it stays, because I know this weather over here, it's just too warm now, so the snow will not stay. It's dying down already a little bit now. I will go inside after I take a small walk, enjoying the views, enjoying the snow, enjoying the crackling sound. And then of course I'm also looking forward to spring, but we can have this weather next month as well, because last year there was quite a big snowstorm. We had some problems for like 2-3 weeks because of how cold it was, and there was a lot of snow. I don't know if you can see it behind me. There's a cat hunting over there. See the small spot there? She's hunting those little birds in the trees. So yeah, Pom pom. They also don't really mind the snow because they can go inside everywhere. And we have a lot of shelters, huts, everything. Even some warm, isolated, very, very nice spots for them to go. But they like to walk outside as well. But yeah, last year we had a lot of snow. Well, a lot. Of course, for where I live, a lot. In February. And a few cold weeks. So it can still happen. But for now... I think these 2 days, maybe tomorrow, the forecast said it was maybe going to snow again. But I still think it's just too warm. So I think this will not stay long. It will probably freeze tonight and everything will be extremely icy tomorrow morning. I don't really have to go anywhere, so it's fine with me. You just need to be a bit careful with the animals outside and walking everywhere. But I will show you how it looks outside in a few hours when I put on the trail cam. And chances are all the snow is gone. So yeah, we'll see. Oh babe. I got this for Christmas. We talked about putting a camera over there on that tree for some time because we've seen some wildlife. We've seen some deer around. We've seen foxes, rabbits. Some owls are in the neighborhood here. You can hear them sometimes very loud. So there is a lot of animals walking around, and I'm just very curious to see how many they are, where they walk, how often they visit. So we talked about it before. My brother and I talked about it, and I spoke about it with my mother because she's of course also very curious. Also with the wolves around now, a lot of people are just looking what enters their property, and also if you have animals, it's just good to know. So she gave this for Christmas because she remembered I spoke about it but never bought one. So yeah, I think it's quite simple. I haven't really looked at it yet, but I think it's just a simple setup. I need to check if I have a memory card, and I need to format it because otherwise it doesn't work. I will check if I have some batteries. I will look at the card, see if I have a good card to put in there. Memory card. And then we'll put it on the tree. I don't know if this strap is going to do. Maybe. I don't know, it's quite a big tree, but I can choose the next one and it's a little bit smaller. But we'll see. I have to figure it out, but first I need to put a card in it and some batteries. And then I'll put it over there and we'll see what lives here. I'm going to try this tree because the other one, it's over there, but the tree is too big, so I don't think this will fit. So for this week, 7 days from now, I will leave it here, and we'll see what walks around. And then I think I'm going to put it on the tree over there because it has a slight different angle, and we'll see what walks there. So I'm just going to move it around a little bit and see what we can catch on camera. So yeah, we'll see if it works. In the description there was a sentence like I should use a SD card, memory card, and it should be formatted to exFAT32 format or something, which I cannot do. I'm not that tech savvy, I don't know about all those things. I tried, but it didn't work, so I'm not sure. In the description it said it's possible it's not working when you've not set it up right, so we'll see. I'm just going to leave it here, and I think that tomorrow, maybe later today, tomorrow, I will check if there's anything on the card, and if not, it's my fault because I didn't do that, so we'll see, and then I will try to fix it. I wanted to show you guys real quick because the camera is over here on the tree next to the pond, and it's looking out over the open field here, which is where I think most animals will be walking. You can see my horse is over there, so I think like from there here to the pond here, I think this is where the most traffic is. So yeah, hopefully it will catch something, because the tree I wanted to use, you can also put it over there on a pole. But this I think is a very good spot. What I want to do first is a tree, that one over there, but it's a bit wide, it's quite big, so I think this one will do fine, hopefully, looking out over this nice open spot next to the pond. So if there's something walking around here and I set up the camera alright, we should see some footage. So I'm in the kitchen because I need to make some fire starters. I used to just buy them, but lately I make them myself. So it's very easy. I have some old candles, they were gifted to me. I have 2 of those, one is very big, and because I also like to make my own candles, I also have a lot of wax and leftover candle bits. What I do is I just melt them. The pot with candle wax is just on the stove right now, so it can slowly melt while I'm preparing the egg crate, because this is like the finished product. This is the only one I have left over, so I really need to make them today because I need them of course tomorrow. Because it's so cold, the fire is always on. It's just one little part. This is what I use in the morning to make my fire, and most of the times I just keep the fire going through the day. If I leave, I make a new fire when I return home, so I use 1 or 2 of those a day. It's just egg crate, the carton. In there is sawdust, which I collect when I'm outside working with the chainsaw. I just put a bucket underneath and I collect some of the sawdust. I put it in here, pour some hot wax over it, give it some time to cool down and harden, and then it's ready to use. It's very easy. I'm going to make a few in this thing because it's always leaking everywhere and I make everything dirty. So I'm going to make a few so they last me some time, and I have enough for, well, not for the rest of the winter, but for some time hopefully. So what I do is I just cut these pieces off and use this part when I'm not going to throw this away. I use it for other projects, or I also use it to make fire starters. And I just put things in it like this, so it can hold the wax, because otherwise it spills. So these are perfect. So for now I cut these off. You can always just leave this, doesn't really matter, but this is easier to put them close together, so that's why I remove it. Like this, and then I will fill them with sawdust, and then when the wax is ready I will pour it over. That's how easy it is. And it works great. This small thing burns like 10 to 15 minutes. I only use this, and I don't use any other kindling or anything. I just make sure my wood is very dry, and this is enough to start it, so it works great. They're just on the stove. It's quite hot. I just cut up the candle in multiple pieces so they fit in these small thingies. I have water in here so it doesn't burn, doesn't go too quickly. And then when it's all melted, I pour it over the sawdust. So, and I think in like half an hour or an hour it's hard enough so you can just store it somewhere and then use it to make your fire. So it's very easy. And it's also very cheap because the sawdust I just have, the egg cartons, are very, very cheap, sometimes even free. The old candles, well, these were gifted to me because they were not perfect anymore, didn't look too great, but I can use them because I just melt them anyway. So those were free, and most of the times you can just use leftover candles or something, so that's very easy. And very cheap. So that's it. It's almost for free if you make it yourself.